Hello lads and lassies, and welcome back to my channel as I'm Mr. Mayhem. Today, we will be ranking the Saw films. Now, right now, I've not seen Saw X, but by the time this video comes out, you guys will have my ranking of it, because it'll be in this video. So, I'm recording this in July, because I just got done watching them all, and I'm watching them again, with my girlfriend, because she wanted to see them, and she's never seen them before, so, I'll be ranking all 9 now, but for you, it'll be one complete video. So yeah. Once Saw X comes out, I'll come back and add that bit on and then upload it. I don't know whether this is going to go up in October or not. We'll see. But yeah, before we get into this video, enjoy this one. Give a like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links in the description, and let's get into it. So I do have notes for all these. I did take notes while I was watching them. I watched them all in a day. That was fun. It's kind of like watching an episodic TV series. So now I'll be able to go through it. So these notes are going to be quite rough. So we'll go for this. But yeah. So the first Saw, I'm definitely going to put it in S tier, definitely. It's got the iconic reverse bear trap. The twist is incredible. In fact, let's do some groundwork first. So these films fascinated me as a kid, and I only watched them in like 2013, 2014, and the first one I ever saw was Saw 3D. I remember seeing, for Saw 5, I remember seeing an ad in like a Cineworld brochure with the water helmet thing there, that box. And it terrified me but intrigued me. So for ages I was always so curious about it. But yeah, I think Saw 1 is just absolutely the best at the franchise, like, hands down. It's a solid thriller horror. The clues that you get as you go along are awesome. The twists are incredible. And it gave me goosebumps when it's in like the final, the twist bit where the music's playing and he's like, "Hello, all the victims. I want to play a game." That gives me goosebumps. And obviously the twist that Jigsaw is there with them the whole time. Just incredible stuff. Absolutely S tier shit. Just amazing. Saw 2, I'm going to put in A tier, I think. Saw 2, I love that this is where the whole big trap stuff started. So there was the house. There was like the whole idea of all of the victims being linked together. So the fact that obviously this is going to be spoilery, but the twist of it's all like, all the people are, what am I trying to say here? All the people are linked because the kid's dad was the arresting officer who planted the evidence against him. I thought that was a really cool twist. I thought the twist of them being in the same like bit where the bathroom is in the first one was really cool, and seeing like the corpse and the foot from Dr. Gordon was really cool. Also the twist that the whole time it was a tape being played, and Jigsaw even told him, he was like, "Look, stay here and talk to me, you'll get your son back fine," and he's in the safe, like right behind him. Just so good. Although at the start with the nail death mask, like with the death mask, he's like, he laughs right after he says, "The key is right before your eyes," and that's a bit sadistic for, a guy with, who doesn't take pleasure in it. But anyway, definitely A tier, I would say. Then Saw 3, I would definitely say is probably B tier. I do like how, I don't know whether it was like criticism or not they did that, but I like how at the start that Detective Matthews just beats his foot to death and breaks it to get it out rather than cut it off. There are some gnarly traps in this one, like the hooks in the mouth is horrible, but obviously that's because it's Amanda's trap and they're unbeatable, which I do like that thing of like she just can't bring herself to let them actually win. Obviously the ribcage trap with I can't remember what her name is. I know her first name's Carrie, but either way it's like, oh, it's horrible. Also these films just look like the world they live in just looks nasty. And for the longest time I was like, I would never want to live in the world that Saw set in. It just looks so fucking bleak and depressing. But apparently it's set in New Jersey, so, that explains a lot. I thought the making Jeff get rid of his kid's stuff was a bit fucking mean. But, it's like, "You're grieving too much. How dare you?" It's like, alright, cool, you fucking prick. I also think that the surgery scene is just so unnecessary. Like, it doesn't go with the theme of like forgiveness and appreciating your life. Like it's needlessly graphic. It's like 5 minutes of surgery. It's like you could have cut that down to 1. I hate that so much. And the ending is depressing as fuck, and the rack is horrible. Like me, so far we've gotten through 3 of them, and my girlfriend just like she was like, "Oh my god!" When you just see the bone split, oh, it's horrible. But yeah, definitely B tier because the surgery stuff just doesn't work for me, and I like the whole twist that they're husband and wife, and they kind of threw you off at the start when her lover, who you think is her husband at the time, is like, "I want a divorce," but good shit. Saw 4, I would probably put in C. I feel like the autopsy scene is needlessly graphic again. Like, you could have had it just play over the credits and then like just hear like surgery noises and stuff like that, and then you could just see them get the tape out of his stomach, and that's it. The hair pulling trap is nasty as fuck. I do like how they bring back that SWAT member to into the story again. Like, they always bring the characters back, and I really like that. Obviously, the twist of it being set during Saw 3 is awesome as well. I have a lot of notes for the films going forward. So, but yeah, the BDSM trap was nasty as fuck. I say BDSM trap. It's the one in the hotel. I won't say what he does to other women, but I think that one was a little bit deserved. The scene transition from the mirror to the office is hilarious. I can't remember quite how it works. Like, he throws. Oh yeah, no. He throws the hair pull trap victim into the mirror. It breaks and it transitions into the office. It's such a hilarious transition. Them adding backstory for Jigsaw is really cool. The reveal of the lawyer, like being off screen, like just if you move the camera a bit, is the first thing of this iconic franchise. It is hilarious. It's so dumb, but I love it. We're like, oh, you didn't see them; they were just slightly off camera. I love that shit so much. Like, when he assaults the guy that is obviously abusing his kid, but the mum's protecting him, and you see him punch him. It cuts away, then it cuts back, and you just see, oh, the lawyer was in the corner the whole time. I love that shit so much. Fast X does it with Alan Richardson's character. It is hilarious. The child mum and dad trap was cool. How like they both had to pull like things away from each other. I say cool, you know what I mean. The knife trap was a really cool first trap, the one with the blades and the thing where it just pushes himself forward. That was really cool. And it was a really cool first trap just to see him do it. And then he just gives him the old dodges out of the way as he falls into the barbed wire. Again, the twist that it's set during Saw 3 is really cool when you discover it's the same house and you hear the meat packing factory and you hear all that. And then Detective Matthews gets absolutely just shredded by like the ice blocks. It's very cool. The Hoffman twist is very funny as well, and just it's dumb. And the hyperactive editing is just hilarious. I absolutely love it. I'm pretty sure I think it's either Saw 4 or 5 where they're questioning his wife, and there's a cut where he slams someone on the table, and it's like dun dun dun. It's fucking hilarious. So definitely C tier, I would say. Saw 5, I'd probably put in the same thing. I'm gonna put it a bit higher because I think I already mentioned this at the start. I saw an ad for Saw 5 in the Cineworld thing, and I was always fascinated by it, but also terrified by it. So, the starting pendulum trap is very cool. I do think that the fact that he was covering, he used it as a way to murder his sister's murderer. I shouldn't have said that because it doesn't matter. Anyway, and try and cover it up as a jigsaw trap was very cool. It was gnarly as fuck though, how you just got his hand. I was like, is this Amanda? But no, it's Hoffman. The water trap is absolutely terrifying. And the fact he has to give himself a tracheotomy, I believe it's called. Horrible. I do absolutely love it how Hoffman's comes out with Jeff's daughter, and they kind of fucked that because Jeff was originally meant to do something. I think he was originally meant to have a trap to get his daughter back, because he does say at the end of 3, you're gonna have to play a game to get her back. But anyway, I find it hilarious how he takes the daughter out and he's like, and one of the other police officers is like, did anyone else make it? He's like, no, I'm the only one that made it out. Not even like a second later, we got a live one. Just incredible. It's so funny. War bunker. Oh yeah. This is the one with the long kind of bunker trap, which was very cool, and how the whole theme of it is if they work together, they all would have made it out, which is kind of funny because Jigsaw kind of would have been like, oh, so they just all made it out. Cool. But Hoffman being constantly pursued by Strahm was very cool. and watching Strom go back to the previous trap locations and kind of see a bit like more bits of information be revealed was cool. Again, it's funny how they actually managed to make a lot of it work. There are some reveals in that you're like fuck off, but a lot of it they actually managed to make work. And they're if they're anything, it's at least creative. It's also very funny how many times Jigsaw is honest, like, just get in, it'll be a bit painful, but you'll be fine. And how every time they just don't fucking listen. And Strom's death is fucking nightmare fuel, how the walls closing on him were just horrible. And apparently that was thought up by the director's son. Oh, just horrible shit. But yeah, definitely I'd put it at C above Saw 4 personally. Saw 6, I'm going to put up here in B tier. The pound of flesh trap at the start is fucking horrible. It's just, nasty shit. I did find it really funny though in that trap at the start when he's just like, "Hello, I want to play a game." He doesn't even say the name. She's like, "Oh shit, is this thing live? Oh, hi, I'd like to play a game." It's just, to me the timing is great. The insurance company setup is a really great kind of trap idea, and how it ties into John's own personal stuff, where he had his insurance denied because of experimental treatment in Switzerland, I believe it was, because they are pieces of shit. I think the Perez reveal is incredible. How it's not incredible. I think it's good. How it's like, oh, you think she's dead, and Hoffman's off the, he's off the hook, but then you see her and you're like, oh no, it's not over. And just this constant just watching Hoffman get pursued and be just paranoid all the time was really, really cool. The breathing machine trap was just really cool. You're putting a lifetime smoker up against a healthy guy. Okay, Jigsaw, cool. The shotgun merry-go-round is cool as fuck. I love that as well. And yeah, just very, very creative stuff. Yeah, and then Hoffman getting found out, and then the eventual reveal to the FBI is really cool. And then Hoffman just goes full fucking just absolute just psycho, just kills everyone. It's funny here, but it gets hilarious in the next one. Strom's hand miraculously surviving so you can use it to frame him is so funny. The whole wall's closed in, but nope, this hand's just completely fine. And then Hoffman getting jumped and put into a reverse bear trap was really cool. And the way he gets out of it was really smart. It's probably the best sequel apart from 2 in my opinion. Honestly, actually, I'm probably going to put it up in A tier personally. I do think it's very cool how it's oh, you've never been tested, and then he finally does get tested. Honestly, yeah, I really enjoy Saw 6. I think it is great. And then Saw 3D, I'm honestly probably going to put it here. Now, I know a lot of people hate this one, but to me, it's the first one I ever saw, so I have a real soft spot for it. And the obnoxious 3D shots are just absolutely fucking hilarious to me. Getting Carrie Elways back for the final chapter was cool, but he's only in it for 5 minutes as well, just to be a patronizing dig. He's like, wow, well done. Although, I love the public trap at the start, where it's the two guys realizing the girl cheated and killing her as class, where he's like, looks like we're breaking up with you, Dina. They just, that's funny as fuck. The Blu-ray for this looks really good, really ridiculously good. And then the random shot of Billy getting blood on him is just so funny. I love it. And man's got them fucking glitter shoes. Looks absolute dope. The fake Jigsaw victim being tested for his bullshit is a good idea. The fact that he's talking to the guy in the bar and he's like, oh, if only they weren't so fucked up to talk about it, they'd make fortune. But I think that's a really cool idea of a guy faking it and then him actually getting tested. Jill's fake death is so over the top, it's actually hilarious. The one with the rail device, just class. The glue car trap with Chester Bennington is actually so fucking grim. It is horrible. It is nasty shit. Although they're Nazis and racist, so they kind of deserve it. The key trap. Yeah, the key trap and the eye trap, the one with you pulling it out of the throat, and then the eye trap, they were kind of cool. I feel like the traps in this one are a little bit weak, just a little bit. The key trap one was horrible. That's kind of an iconic one from that film, I think. And I love the beam walk trap where he has to guide the guy, and then there's the obnoxious 3D shot of the key just flying towards his face. Just great. Yeah. And then Hoffman's just absolutely just ridiculous, just killing spree in the police station to me is actually so fucking funny because it is. He's gone beyond evil. He's just cheesy, ridiculously evil now. And then Jill being killed by the OG reverse bear trap was a nice kind of full circle moment. I quite like that. And then the final twist that Dr. Gordon was helping Jigsaw the whole time is just insane. And the montage at the end is so fucking bad, but I absolutely love it. It is, it's so dumb. Yeah, I probably put that definitely B tier. Now for Jigsaw to me, I would probably put it in definitely B tier. I think I'd probably put it there. So I have a real soft spot for this one as well, as it's the first one I saw in the cinema. The bucket trap at the start is simple, yet very deceiving, how you just have to cut yourself a little bit and you're fine. I really liked the whole poison trap thing, how it was like, what do these numbers mean? Do these numbers mean anything to you? And how it was the amount of change that she stole from someone, and that's how much a life is worth to you. I really wish it was his twin brother in the whole twist thing, because YMS came up with that, and he was like, oh, it'd be really funny if it was just his twin brother, because that would have just been perfect, but sadly it wasn't that. The grain trap is cool, how it's just all the grain coming out, and they're like, oh, just going to drown, but then it's just all the bits of, like, sharp objects coming down at them. That was very cool. That girl being a Jigsaw fanatic was really funny, like, just why would you have that? You're obviously going to be under suspicion. Just, okay, cool. But it was cool seeing all the old traps that she'd accumulate and all that. And more backstory. The kid that, like, one of the reasons one of the people's there is because the boy he sold the bike to was Jigsaw's nephew, was just more ridiculous backstory that I just absolutely love. The spiral trap was gnarly as fuck. But, like, dude, don't take the chance just because she stopped it. Go down, pull the brake. Easy. But no, you just get yourself killed, you fucking idiot. Seeing Tobin Bella back as Jigsaw was just cool, and yeah, it was just cool. Playing us along that, he might still be alive, but obviously not. The more lore with him messing up his x-rays, like, that's why, like, in the same week he had his x-rays messed up, he was denied support from his insurance company, and I can't remember what the other thing was, but it was ridiculous. And then just the reveal of him being another Jigsaw prodigy was I just love it. Like, I just love how fucking stupid this shit gets, and I'm so excited. I hope Saw X is dumb like that. But him being the sniper at the start was funny, but makes sense. And the laser trap was nasty, and I don't like the new name, like the "I speak for the dead" thing. Like, it's kind of cool, but Game Over's better. And finally, we get to Spiral. This might be one of my longest tier lists ever, actually, because I did take notes for this. Because, like I said, if I didn't, it would have just molded into one. But Spiral to me is one that I've gone back and forth on. I think I'm going to put it in here, probably. One thing that makes this film for me is Chris Rock's over-the-top, cheesy as fuck acting. I adore it. It is hilariously bad. The tongue trap is horrible. Makes me squirm. The Jigsaw voice. I say Jigsaw voice. The first time I saw it, I fucking hated it. The second time, I liked it a bit more. This time, it's very jarring when you go, like, 8 films with that Jigsaw voice, and then it's just, hello, detective. Like, but it in its own way, it is very creepy. This is definitely the most detached from all of them, I would say. It's just like I have in this note. It's unsettling, but sounds goofy as fuck when you've watched 8 films with the same voice. And how the fuck is Sam Jackson in a Saw film? Like, how the fuck did that happen? Chris Rock is so over the top. It's awful and hilarious. Yeah, it's true. The Chinese finger trap was, don't like that. The flashback Zeke is hilarious. How they just give him facial hair and have him put a backwards cap on. It is so funny. The wax trap with the spinal cord was, thinking about it now is just making me squirm. Don't like that. And the bottle cannon trap was fucking brutal, but really cool. I find the finale for this one to be kind of weak, but Chris Rock's performance just keeps it so entertaining for me, so it's definitely a B tier. But yeah, that's my ranking of the 8 Saw films. I'll be back when I've seen Saw X.
Okay, it's September 30th. the day after Saw X has come out. I saw it twice in the same day. Once in 2D with my girlfriend and once in 4DX on my own afterwards. And to my surprise and to the surprise of a lot of people, it was fucking great. I loved it. Personally, I think it's just as good as his first Saw film, if not better. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. I am going to go into spoilers, so I'm just going to tell you that now. I did love it. If you like the first Saw, you will probably like this. That's all I'm going to say for that, but I'm going to go into spoilers, so I'm going to take a drink, and then I'll get into spoilers. Okay, you all gone? Cool, right. So, I'm going to make this short, because this video is already long as it is. But, yeah, I love Saw X. It's a lot more deeper, personal film. It finally focuses on John Kramer for once, and it's made all the more better by it. And the first half an hour is just build up, which is awesome. The traps are great. I love the return of Amanda, and the mid-credit scene with Hoffman just made me happy to see him back. Yeah, I love the look of this film. I love the score, the pacing, everything about it I just adored. I loved how, like I said, it's a lot more intimate. You get to see more of Amanda and John's relationship. And another thing, I love how he... Hang on, I have a couple notes that I'm going to go through. I love how he doesn't hide behind Billy in this one. Billy is in it, but he doesn't hide behind him. Like, when he first... With his first victim, Diego, you see him watching. And even, like, before the, like, big trap starts, he walks into the room with all of them there conscious and talks to them all. Tells them why they're there. Like, it's very different to all the rest of them. And I really like that kind of personal touch where it's him there and it's not Jigsaw, like, because Billy's pretty much the face of Jigsaw. So it's nice to see John Kramer deal with this rather than Billy Jigsaw. So I really, really like that. And again, the pacing of the traps was very, very well done. It wasn't constant violence. There was trap, talking, but it wasn't boring. Trap, and then it's just really good. And I just loved it. The traps are great. Everything about it, I just loved it. Like I can't say anything else. It's probably my favorite. I'm seeing it again when this goes out on the day that this goes out. So yeah, no, I just absolutely adored it. If you haven't seen Saw X, I'd highly recommend going out and seeing it. Yeah, I adored it, and it's probably one of the best Saw sequels. So, but yeah, that has been my tier list for the Saw series. Let me know what your favorite, pardon me, and least favorite Saw films are. Let me know what you thought of Saw X, and yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you do enjoy this, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.